Hey guys, Josh here, and welcome to a sort of first impressions video of Ghost Recon Wildlands. Now, Wildlands is a game that I've kind of been wary of because of past experiences with Ghost Recon. I remember the last one, which I can't remember the name of now. I think it was Future Warfare was the name? Something to do with the future. I don't see it anywhere. No, I think I packed it away somewhere. But anyway, yeah, I think it was Future Warfare. And it had so much promise, but kind of didn't really deliver. Yeah, left a sour taste in my mouth, kind of. Really got kind of put off by it. And I don't know, everything I saw of Ghost Recon just kind of looked a little bit generic, kind of. It didn't look exciting enough for me to really kind of want to play it. But I thought, I'll give the beta a go. A friend of mine thankfully gave me a code, thank you very much. Let's give it a go. I'm pleased to say I like it. I wouldn't say it's a amazing game as Ghost Recon. It's not very tactical in a way. In some ways it's more run and gun than you'd expect from a game like that. Basically you can be very stealthy if you choose to, but when you cock up, and which you most of the time will, and the gunfights just start, you can very easily just blast your way through most enemies, solo even. You can see this footage here is me playing it on my own. Initially I was playing through like the initial opening mission on my own, just get a feel for it. A couple of my mates were then playing it further on, so I joined them. So how does it work in terms of co-op? It is a co-op shooter, which is very nice, and a nice change in a way to just have a co-op shooter to just play through. It's a story. It was very difficult to tell what this game was from what you saw. It's not like a sort of MMO type game or open world kind of Division kind of type game, which is what I got impression of, is that it's kind of, you can do missions, there is a story, but there's the random missions you do, and there's repeatable weeklies and dailies and that kind of thing. It doesn't seem to be that. It's not that kind of structure of a persistent world in a way. It's literally is an open world story to play through. And you have missions to do in that, and there's side missions to do, and you can do that in co-op. You can drop in and out of friends. Like I said, I just did the first mission. I jumped into my friends. They were about 5 missions ahead of me, and I could just join them and play with them. It's basically a very simple system. You ain't got to worry about requirements or anything like that. I think it scales you possibly, that kind of thing. Yeah, it's not an RPG, although there's a great deal of customization. In fact, I'll show you some customization gameplay now. This is the customization screen. There's a great deal of customization in terms of your character, in terms of your weapons. You can take weapons apart, which I think you could do in Future Warfare, and you can see them, like the parts, which is quite cool, like the barrel inside. You can do that in this. You can customize those individual parts. In terms of that, it's very customizable. You have weapons you find in the world like loot, but they haven't got stats. Well, they do have stats. Like obviously they have the damage they do. But it's not like an RPG in that you'll find better variants of the same weapons. It's not like that. It's basically, once you have a weapon, you have that weapon, and that's it. That's the weapon it's best it can be. There's no need to worry about, I'm going to get a better version of this later down the line. It's not that sort of game. It's not an RPG. There is an element to it in terms of that you can level up your character and increase your stats on your character, and you unlock abilities through that. But there's no real sort of damage multipliers and things like that, or, like I said, stats and things like that to worry about in terms of an RPG. Impressions were it was going to be like the Division, which is why it kind of put me off. It just seemed like a rerun of the Division, in an open world, a bit more open than Division. But no, it's not. It is very different. As it comes down to it, would I say this is a very good game? No, I wouldn't say this is a good game, mainly right now because it has issues, and I know this is a beta, of course, so obviously this isn't representative of the final product, but it has some issues, and this is where it comes down to the point of it is that these issues make it very funny. It's one of those games where funny shit happens because of mainly glitches and stuff that you're just laughing out loud. In fact, I've got a video coming out probably tomorrow if I can edit it in time, which is a little montage of just me and my mates pissing around in this game, because there are a number of glitches that happen, weird ones. Some of them are just unexplainable and just weird. Like I say, people flying through the sky, going through the floor. I joined my friend and I was in his chopper, and his chopper, the blades weren't going around, it was just kind of silently kind of hovering through the skies with just no sound at all. It was really weird and eerie. things like that. There was a time we were doing a main mission, and the main mission was to rescue this guy who's been interrogated, so you have to get there quite quickly or they will kill him. So you fight up to him, you take him, you get him out, you get away with him. We were doing that mission, and suddenly this van drives past as part of a side mission where basically you have to intercept the van and put like a marker on it or something. And that drove past, and it popped up, side mission available, blah 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 blah. We ignored that because we were like, oh, we'll do that soon, that'd be cool. Started doing the carry on doing the main mission. The side mission, the van got out of range. That side mission failed. It comes up, mission failed, and ends and goes back to the last checkpoint of the main mission, which is weird, and I just can't explain it. So basically, because we didn't decide to do the side quest, the main mission failed. Yeah, so we were just baffled at the time, and then we did it again, and exactly the same thing happened again. And so we were like, oh, is it part of the mission? And I was like, no, it's not part of the mission, because I'd done the mission on my own beforehand, and it hadn't happened. So there's weird things like that when weird like side quests make main missions like break, it seems. And like I said, there's weird things where you a number of times I lost all sound. There was a point where I went down and my friends revived me, and they were like, come on. I'm like, come on, revive me. They're like, no, come on, you're up. I'm like, I'm not. And I was up for them and I was down for me, and they couldn't revive me. They had to kill me again even though I was already down to revive me, and even then I couldn't revive me. I was just standing up for them but still down for me. Just weird shit like that. Basically we had to fail the mission because I couldn't respawn. Things like that, just broken little things like that, which hopefully can be fixed, but at the same time cause so much funny shit like say people flying through the sky and that kind of thing. So yeah, that's my first impressions of Ghost Recon. There is a video tomorrow, like I said, going through what is like a montage kind of funny highlights reel, just funny shit that happened whilst we were playing. So that'll be out tomorrow. So anyway, as always, I will see you next time, guys. Bye bye.